Hey, dear viewers, it's time for a Death Battle reaction. Ruby Rose versus Maka. Ruby versus Soul Eater. Of course, always check out the original content before you see anything of mine. And when you do, and you come back to watch this, like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff, I would greatly appreciate it. I would like to get at least 200 subscribers by the end of the year. Having said that, I have been doing some more trailers for my own sort of death battle ideas. So please also, if you get a chance, check those out. But as for this fight, I'm from everything I've seen about this matchup, Maka would win this, but I'm pulling for Ruby. I remember I'm a fan of old school Rooster Teeth, and I do miss the channel. And I've never watched Soul Eater. I believe the theme of this matchup are just like magical girls with scythes. If I'm wrong about that and there's a deeper connection between these two, please let me know. But I've never watched Soul Eater. And I've only seen like a few of the seasons of Ruby. I never finished the series, or I'm not fully caught up. But I did watch the first part of the Ruby crossover with the Justice League. And I doubt that's going to be a factor, but if it is, that might be something. And I also know that Ruby also did crossover with Blaze Blue. That fighting game. And again, I don't know if that's going to be a definitive factor or whatever in this matchup, because really I don't know what the mindset of Death Battle is nowadays, and that's a double-edged sword. Sometimes I really do like what they're doing, and other times it's just like, really? I think sometimes it just feels like they're grasping at straws or something. Looking at the Wile E. Coyote versus Tomcat matchup, that one was a bit of a head scratcher, if you will. But having said all that, that's who I'm hoping wins this. I got my puppy right there. That's my version of Zwei. That's my Teddy. And we're going to watch this death battle. Hey, Teddy. He's such a good boy. He misted me. I had work today. It's been a crazy weekend, but at least it's time for a death battle, and let's get started.
Ruby Rose versus Maka Alba.
And this is the matchup Montiome has always wanted. And he didn't care who won or who lost, but I'm still hoping that Ruby wins.
I remember when Mama Boomstick read me bedtime fairy tales. Stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand. So much quicksand.
Yet in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to Ruby Rose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer, who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing more
It's
than
cookies
to
and
be
drinks
a
milk,
huntress.
official
Her
VTuber.
dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen
Books,
and
cool
huntresses.
weapons, her family,
Ruby
Penny.
clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. Ruby doesn't leave home without
Crimson
her trusty Crescent Rose.
Crescent Rose.
It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is,
But it's also a gun.
Ruby made Crescent Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grimm.
Crescent Rose can switch between
Montiome's
sniper and
animations
scythe at the
still
press of a
stand
button.
out as
Ruby's
some
an
of the
old-handed,
best
like
animation I've ever seen.
Exactly how she wants, despite it being like bigger than she is. How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grimm, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When Ruby slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's
There's
hand.
ice, fire,
Dramatic, but
electric,
accurate. This dust represents
gravity,
the base elements of
fire.
the world. Fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Roll of cool, Wiz.
Yeah.
She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about. With enough of a boost, ice dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade
who was able to
steel.
kill
A person's aura may be limited, but Ruby can keep track of hers
3.6
with
kiloton
this handy
explosion.
health bar on her not smartphone.
Ruby blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost
She is a
right away,
prodigy.
She was appointed the leader of her own group, with Weiss Steve, Flake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh, I
Or
get it.
WBY.
Team Ruby.
But Ruby's hope for many years of learning
Zwei.
with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a
Salem,
flash of
or,
silver light, Beacon had fallen.
Ruby's friends dead. Her school totally wrecked. Her sister disarmed. All because of a lover spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But Ruby wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right. While aura
Speed.
is essentially the manifestation of one's soul,
It's
the
like she's super
semblance
fast.
is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by Aura. And Ruby's got super speed. Or a teleport? Or what is she doing exactly?
Close. This is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed,
So that's the
teleportation,
name.
and intangibility. Ruby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny, Ruby's
Yep.
semblance is extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths,
but this
negating
was
the laws of
before she
mass
flinched.
entirely.
AKA
Did they
Super
screw it?
Speed Plus. Nora's best girl. Ruby's petal burst is so quick she can make flying missiles look completely still. Good luck tagging her with a bullet or a breadstick.
She is certainly quick enough to give Emerald and Mercury a hard time, and they've dodged actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful ability, Ruby could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, because she's got one more superpower.
Her
Her
eyes.
silver eyes. Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the god of light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grimm spawned from. Just a wink and blam! Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness.
But Ruby's skills didn't falter after her time at Beacon. As she journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed by Petal Burst. And Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle.
This is all new to me.
These are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember,
It's
Ruby
not.
is only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Let her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. Ruby had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Today's battle
Okay.
is sponsored by Prize Picks.
So
We
that
all
was
make
Ruby.
decisions every day.
I don't know how Maka compares. Again, I've heard a lot that that Maka will win this, but I am still rooting for Ruby.
Easy to play. Just pick more or less 2 to 6 player projections. If you get
But I'm
right,
glad that
cash in.
there wasn't that much about her backstory and to spoil it, because I do want to go back and finish the series, or like get caught up. So, and they did not factor in like Blaze Blue or the crossover with DC Comics. So, I guess those are off the table, as far as I know.
That's a lifesaver.
Download the app today.
So,
Use code DEATH to get $50 in lineups
we're
at
still listening to
Apple
Prize
Website.
Picks ad,
That's code DEATH to get $50 in lineup.
but I really don't know what how Maka
It's good to be
will
right.
stack up until. All right, here we go.
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
But all the unjust evil souls of this world are on the Disney Fast Pass to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules. Literally, his name is Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans to become
I believe
spiritual
this was the
talented
same
meisters of
universe
demon
that had
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they
Ah.
transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers,
That-
you name it.
that
A
one
Meister
character
weapon pair
fought
kills and
Ragna,
consumes lost
fought
souls
Venom.
to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud.
And so, the demon weapon Soul was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic teacher's pet. The kind of girl who leaves an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework." And then we jump them.
As if Soul's any better. A weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon. He's a Scythe. And he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Sight.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the Dream Team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences from millions of yards away, and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for
There's,
class, then.
Ragnar.
The two train
Ragnar.
hard, but their styles kind of weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants
So
to
I
go,
think
but Soul
Ruby
the
might
Scythe
have
does
a
all
little
the
bit more
actual movements
experience.
himself.
She's a little
Maka's
older.
the Meister, Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total
Teddy.
cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. They fumbled the easiest chance for Death Sight status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword, most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through Soul Resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one
Soul Eater
alignment.
does have a
If the
very
Meister's
interesting
the
art
guitar
style.
And the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's Soul Resonance.
Soul Resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially well against witches and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit. Though
I
one
doubt-
would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a unique encounter with Krona, which
Krona.
nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal in his head, waiting for him to swing on over and play the piano. Yep, Soul got infected with black blood.
Black blood was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body, inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Crota.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger Demon Hunt Slash. They went on even more missions to reap souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster-than-light speeds, and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher.
So Maka
who can
might be
obliterate
faster.
whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet, Maka's relationship with Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor literally made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound wave. So
This is what I heard about her
At the same
dress.
time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved Death Scythe. The dream's here, baby.
So when Krona's own
Daddy.
Black Blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul
Daddy.
flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend's soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
In what would be Maka's final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishi.
And she passed. A+. Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound soul dwells within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 42 42 564 whenever you want to knock on death's door. Congratulations to us.
Wiz, your ego is showing.
It always is.
I still want Ruby to win, but yep, 200th episode.
So we've got a big discount on our website to celebrate.
That's www.
I miss Dummy.
Website members already get awesome deals like exclusive Death Battle merch, the whole episode archive,
But,
episodes not on YouTube, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes goodies. And if you sign up today, you can use our code EB200 to get 20% off.
You can only grab this discount in the next 2 weeks, so use code EB200.
I still want Ruby to win, but you know what? I won't be surprised if Maka wins. I'm very nervous because, again, I've known Ruby a lot more, and I think, but I just don't know enough about Soul Eater. Did you say Scythe Battle? Oh, jeez.
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Oh, come on, Soul. Our target should be here, so try helping out. Hi!
Yeah.
Who are you looking for? Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the Shin
Really?
Dragon has come. Oh my gosh, your boyfriend turns into a scythe! Oh, that's so cool! Your soul is ours!
Ruby's soul has strayed?
I like my soul, thanks.
Is that Casey Lee Williams?
Sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet. Focus. She's a cook, but you can handle it.
Let's go, Soul Regiment!
The animation is solid. Wow! so unprovoked. Why would you want to kill Ruby? There's the black dress.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
Oh, that's a neat little detail for her scythe. That's a piano. Dance and the music.